Yo, welcome back to the house where we talk news, celebrities, and hot topics. We are here with our special guest, my friend Scotty by Nature TV.
What's going on, y'all? What's going on? I'm happy to be here, child.
Scotty, I'm happy that you're here. Why did you say when he first logged on you guys, he said that my audience doesn't like him?
You know
I
they
don't think
don't.
that's I don't think that's true. I feel like your audience doesn't like me because we love Portia and we see where Marlo is coming from this season.
And your audience don't like me because I'm not necessarily a Portia fan and I don't like Marlo at all. So you know that.
Wow. Well, we're going to go ahead and get into that a little later. But first, I want to go ahead and talk about the BET Awards. Yesterday, hosted by no one.
I was just about to say
Okay.
nobody.
Did you watch?
Yes, I did. I watched like the first 15 minutes I missed, but the on down I watched it. And to be honest, this could have been the BET Hip Hop Awards. That's really
Oh,
what this was.
wow. Now, the folks were saying that it was like really ratchet. And that's why Beyonce didn't show up because she didn't. I think the last award show we saw her at was Will Smith when Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, and so she said, "I don't want any more violence." So she decided not to show up to the BET Awards because she knew JT was gonna show her ass. And JT from the City Girls assaulted her boyfriend Lil Uzi, who's personally my favorite rapper.
You like him?
I love him.
I don't know none of his songs, but I definitely love City Girls. Those are my, ratchet faves. I love City Girls.
Yeah. So what was going on with that? Did you see where like she threw the phone at him and it was a mess?
From what people were saying, that the reason why she threw the phone at him, it had something to do with Ice Spice or something like that. Like, I think that it was saying that he was flirting with Ice Spice, so he said her name in a song or something like that, and that's why she hurled her phone at him. And it's like, girl, like, why you doing that?
I heard that too, right? Which would have
Mhm,
been super disappointing because I love them as a couple. So Uzi, don't be out here
mhm.
being a groupie. But they're saying that she called him a goofy, and it had something to do with like the seats. That's like the new report now. Is that she got upset because she went up to go to the restroom, and then they filled her seat with a seat filler. But then something had happened with Lil Uzi. I don't really understand why she got up, why she got so upset. But they're saying it had something to do with her seats. I don't know how true that is, but
So she threw her phone about a seat.
that's what I was thinking too. But then like there's this PR person that I follow on Instagram, and he was at the
Uh-huh.
BET Awards, and he kind of like explained it, and he was saying that she lost her seat, there was a lot of chaos, and I think she wanted to leave, but Uzi wanted to stay, so she got upset and then threw the phone.
But that don't make no sense to me. Like, so, girl, like, that's just like me throwing my phone at you when we go to friends and I'm ready to go and you not. So I'm gonna throw
Oh,
my phone at you.
that's why
Crazy.
Beyonce's never coming back. Mm-mm. Yeah,
She
too.
probably ain't gonna come back till they give her like a lifetime achievement award or something. You know.
Well, she won Album of the Year. Lotto won Best Female Hip Hop.
Good for her.
Wow, you don't like Lotto?
No, I like Lotto. Don't get me wrong. I like Lotto. But I wanted Glorilla to win. But at the same time, I do kind
Mm.
of get why Lotto won because I mean, Big Energy was everywhere. You know
You
what I
like
mean?
Glorilla?
I love Glorilla.
Yeah, it's you giving me Glorilla. I'm more of a Lotto. I'm more of a Lotto. You
you gotta
definitely giving
under,
more
you,
Glorilla.
you gotta understand. Glorilla is from Memphis. Memphis is just 2 hours away from me, so it makes sense.
All of her songs sound the same to me.
I can give you that. They do sound the same. Now, just because I like somebody, that don't mean I can't critique them on what they got going on. They do sound the same. Because if you heard one Glorilla song, you've heard them all.
Mm.
But I
Some
do
of the
love her though.
some of the girls were saying that Nicki should have won, or Ice Spice. Do you like Ice Spice?
Not really. But then again, I don't know because even when she performed at BET Awards, I thought she was performing the same song, but from what I was told, it was 3 different
A
songs, but they all
medley.
yeah, but they sounded like the same exact song. But then again, I can't critique her for that when I like Glorilla. You know what I mean? However, I don't think that Ice Spice should have won this year. And the reason why I say that is because when you think about award, Ice Spice has had a good year this year. If you're looking at the last year, Lotto has had a better year than her. So maybe next year, Ice Spice can
Mm.
win. I don't think it was her time because she just started. Like, for example, I remember when Remy Ma won in 20, was that 17, 2018 or something like that? I remember arguing with my cousin about it because I was saying I do think that Remy should have won. I felt like that was her time to win. She had just been nominated for like 2 or 3 Grammys that year, and then all the way up was a big record for her. And none of the other women was really doing anything at that time. Nikki had just started doing features like a couple of months prior to the awards. And Cardi B wasn't even Bodak Yellow wasn't even big yet then. So who else could have won it besides her? And then he was basically saying, well, Cardi B been working on mixtapes. We ain't heard them yet. I feel like Remy deserved it. So that's how I look at it. So even though Ice Spice is having a good year right now, Lotto has had a good year
Previous.
overall.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
previously. So that's why I feel like it wasn't her time to win. That's why I
I
feel like.
think Ice Spice is a cutie pie. But I'm struggling. I'm really struggling. And all the hip hop heads, they just want me to understand Ice Spice, and I just don't. Because
Mm,
the hype, I just don't get it. Like, very monotone, very low
yeah.
energy. She
Yeah.
doesn't seem like that versatile. I'm just confused at what people see, really, honestly. And she ruined a great Taylor Swift song.
I'm more so, and I know that with you being my friend, you know that I'm older than you, and then I love to listen to old shit all the time. But as far as female rap up today, the one that I like the most is Megan Thee Stallion. That's the person I love the most. Megan is a performer. She can rap well. She's a good
Mm-hmm.
performer. I don't think that Ice Spice is a good performer, but
Mm-mm.
Glorilla is not. I've seen Glorilla perform before, like when she performed for the first time at the BET Hip Hop Awards, like when she did her medley of like FNF and Tomorrow. She did well with that. But at the BET Awards this year, they're doing her a disservice by trying to make her sexy, and that's not.
Oh.
I feel like the sexy route is not for her. She's more
Mm.
so of a tomboy. I'm not saying make her be the brat, but at the same time, I don't think that being sexy is really her thing because she looked uncomfortable doing this shit.
I was kind of shocked that she walked the red carpet with that ball gown, that mermaid
Yeah,
silhouette, the Hollywood curls. I was like, okay, very femme. I
yeah. I
like
think
it.
they're trying to
Different.
they're trying to clean her up. I think they're trying to clean her up from when we first saw her. Because when we first seen her with the FNF video, like she was real Memphis, real ratchet,
Hmm.
all that stuff. But then when she got her deal, I guess they were trying to like soften her up, but some artists are better when they're not soft.
Yeah.
And I don't think that Glorilla is that artist that needs to be softened. I think they should just let her be who she is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay,
But
so let's go.
wait a minute before
Yeah.
you move on. I'm
Mhm.
surprised that you don't like Ice Spice because I really thought that you would like Ice Spice because I know that you like Doja, but
Where was
I
her
thought you would have
nomination?
like. I'm surprised she didn't get one. I'm surprised. And as much as I love Megan, they could have put Doja in Megan's spot because Megan hasn't really been doing nothing over the last year. So they could have just put
Mm.
Doja in her spot.
Well, I feel as though, again, Doja, she to me is a lyricist. She reminds
Yeah.
me so much of Nicki Minaj, where she can rap. A lot of the girls say she's not a rapper. She's definitely a rapper. And I don't know, she has a diverse style. She's
Mhm.
versatile. I love the way she dressed. I love her aesthetic. I love the way she presents herself. Like, I feel like Doja is super creative and deserves her flowers. So,
When I see people say they're not a real rapper because they sing sometimes and stuff like that, I'm like, well, what? Like, no one has that issue with Missy Elliott doing it. It's no different than what Missy Elliott does. Like, Missy
right.
Elliott raps, Missy Elliott sings. It's really no different from what Lauryn Hill did. She rapped, she sung. I don't see the problem,
I
But I
agree.
am confused about Lizzo. Now, is
I was
Lizzo
just
a
about
rapper? or a singer?
See, I don't know. I would consider her to be a rapper as well. I don't know. That's just me. I don't know. I feel like if you can rap and you do bars in a lot of your music, to me that makes you a rapper.
Yeah.
But
See,
it's
I
all
never heard
subjective.
her. But see, I never heard her rap though. That's because I'm not really into her music like that. See, all the songs that I know from her is her singing on them. And then,
Right.
I hear a lot of people say that she raps too, but I've never heard her rap. So maybe I just need to get more so into her music because I'm very late when it comes to these new artists because I'm still listening
Mm.
to old stuff. Stuff I grew up on and stuff. So I'd be real slow to certain people sometimes. Like I'm really slow to Scissor. Like I spend all this time talking about how much I don't like Scissor and all this other stuff. But then she'll come out with a record like I loved I Hate You from the moment I heard it.
Mm.
And I couldn't believe I liked it. But then that Snooze song came out and I heard everybody going so crazy about it. I'm like, why do y'all like her? And then I listened to it and I'm like, oh my God, I can't stop listening to it.
Do you think she should have won Best Female R&B?
Who else was nominated?
I don't know who else was nominated, but Coco Jones won.
Doesn't she have but one song?
Well, I think she has an EP if I'm not mistaken, or an album. I'm not sure.
Hmm.
Um, but
I'm
I only
curious
know
to
that
know.
one song, that ICU song. Yeah.
I'm curious to know who else is nominated.
Okay, it was SZA, Ari Lennox, Coco Jones, and Lizzo.
Lizzo. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why I be so
So
confused.
what is Lizzo to you? Is she pop?
I feel like she's a pop star. She's a pop
Okay.
singer. Cause like About Damn Time is a pop record to me.
So why don't we have a pop category at the BET Awards?
At one point they did try to do that, but they tried to put pop and R&B in the same category. It was like best female pop and R&B artist. I think they did that in 2015 or 2016 or something like that, but
Mm,
then they didn't do it anymore. So they should have a pop category for the black pop artists because putting them in categories with actual R&B artists is not fair to me. I don't like it when they do that. So that's
mm,
why that's why people were so upset with Lizzo when she won like best R&B album or something like that at the Soul Train Awards a couple of years ago because people really don't consider Lizzo an R&B soul artist. I don't either.
mm,
Like when I hear About Damn Time, that's like a pop record to me.
mm.
So I'm like, what? But you said Lizzo, Coco Jones, Ari Lennox, and
SZA.
SZA.
Mm-hmm.
Out of all of those girls, I do prefer Ari,
Mm.
but if I feel like somebody should have won based off like accolades or success or radio play, I definitely would have given it to SZA, even though she's my least favorite person in the category. But then again, I don't know much about Coco Jones besides that
SZA
song that she got.
has the biggest album. Her album is selling more than Renaissance did. She's selling more. She's more popular than Beyonce. She deserves. She is.
The Beehive ain't finna get me. They gonna
I
get
mean,
your
it's
ass.
facts.
They ain't gonna get me.
It's not my opinion. It's just a fact. It's just a fact.
But listen, you know how they are now. You know what they
I'm a
give.
part of the
Like,
Beehive. Well, I was a part of the Beehive, but
what
I'm a
changed?
huge fan.
What
I'm
changed?
just I don't know. I just kind of grew up in like I'm not I don't immerse myself in stan culture,
I
really.
don't like stan culture,
Yeah.
and I think it may be an age thing because when I was in my early 20s, and I love the Ghetto Girls. I loved K Michelle. So when she was having that thing with Tamar, I was one of the ones that was on Twitter, going off and all that other stuff. Now I got blocked by Tamar, and I never even, added Tamar. You know what I mean? But she blocked me. But however, I used to be into that stuff, like just like with the Monica thing. Like I love Monica, and they would have that Monica and Brandy thing going back and forth on Twitter, and I would be
Right.
involved in that stuff. But then the older that I got, I'm like, why am I doing this? These people don't even know me, so why am I
Mm.
doing this? Now, K Michelle, on the other hand, knows who I am. But these other girls don't know me.
What about Patti LaBelle? How you feel about Patti LaBelle? Apparently, she
Oh my
forgot the
God.
Tina Turner. Now listen, okay. I like a lot of old school folks too. Tina Turner is one of my favorite artists of all. I still am sad about it till this day.
Yeah,
And I love Patti LaBelle too. She's also one of my OG faves.
mine too.
I'm so disappointed.
Do
I'm
you
so
think
disappointed.
in your honest opinion, because I want to know what you think before I give you my opinion.
Okay.
Do you think that Patti LaBelle should have been the one to do the tribute to Tina Turner?
No.
I agree.
No.
I agree with you. When I first heard about Patti LaBelle doing the tribute, I was like, why? Even though Beyonce probably, wouldn't have came, but I thought she would have been a good person I think a lot of what Beyonce does is reminiscent to what
Emulating.
Tina Turner Yeah, I
Right.
felt like she would have been good to do a Tina Turner tribute. Even Fantasia probably would have been good to do a Tina Turner tribute in a sense.
Maybe Beyonce wants to save her tribute for the Grammys.
I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking the same exact
Okay,
thing.
because again, Beyonce don't got time for Uzi and JT and Sexy Red in them. Um,